Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
All right, mic check, mic check. Hopefully everything is sounding crispy, as Porter Rock would say. Hopefully everything sounds good. Certainly hope you all are having a good week. Again, it is Craig the Tech Guy. Just coming at you on a Thursday for a short stack here. Not going to be here super long. I mean, I know the Crossfire podcast is starting in about an hour, so I just wanted to jump on and kind of give you all my thoughts on the whole thing that happened today with the whole rumor thing. And I was about to go in again, about these guys that come online, start reporting the rumors, run with it. I mean, running with it is the issue. Somebody saying something is one thing, but when you have people that are actually running with it, it is ridiculous. And why are they doing it? Because it gets some clicks and views. So apparently and allegedly, a rumor from a quote unquote insider. I don't know what makes them insiders, but fair enough. I think it was from Tom Henderson. I know there's like Tom Henderson, Tom Warren, Tom, who knows? One of them came out today and said that the PS5 Pro was going to be delayed out of 2024. So my first question was, when has Sony ever announced that the PS5 Pro was coming out? When have they announced it? Meaning Sony proper. When have they announced it? They never have. They never have. So there's no way for it to then be how can it be delayed? That's stupid. I mean, it is. That's why I've always said it's not true unless it comes from the studio. Now, the one person I will believe, and I'm standing by this, is Hip Hop Gamer. If Hip Hop Gamer comes out and says, yeah, he's kind of been hearing things about the PS5 being pushed out, then I'll be like, okay, there's something to this, because he actually does have inside information. He's been right on everything. So let's just, that's where I would go to if you are a quote unquote PlayStation pony. But the fact of the matter is that Sony has not announced any PS5 Pro. Yeah, you've had the leaked stuff, and that's been reported on, but there's been nothing concrete. What you have is a group of YouTubers who are saying that maybe we get an announcement in September. So the reason why they're saying September, stuff like that, October, is because they got nothing else to talk about. So it's like, well, Sony's going to do this. This will give me something to talk about. Then when we get to September, that doesn't happen. Oh, well, I just don't understand, Sony. We need to talk about this, Sony. We need to get information. We're going into the holiday season, Sony. That's what they would say to you. And like I said, I set up the whole podcast with, I was fire. It was like I was going to make a dragon want to retire, man. And I was going to go in and come down hard on these guys. But I looked at it like, okay, I've had people ask me why I do not report and comment a whole lot on rumors. This is why. Okay, this is why. Because allegedly Tom Henderson or Tom Warren or whoever it was, Tom Thumb, Tom Brady, whoever it was, literally within the same news cycle, has walked back what they said, and clarified their position. Because again, I'm asking you all for common sense here. When did Sony announce there was going to be a PS5 to delay? A PS5 Pro, to delay. When did that get announced? When did they announce it? Because I've yet to see something from Sony that said that. Again, all the specs and stuff, we talked about that. Hey, look, if this is what it's going to be, fine. If they're going to be able to use their PSRR, and also shout out to Moore's Law is Dead for actually figuring out that the PSRR, Sony's going to put that on market for all GPUs to use, all PCs to use. Now you will have a choice between DLSS, FSR, and PSRR. They're going to compete with that upscaling with NVIDIA and maybe Intel adopts their stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what Sony's doing. And shout out to Moore's Law is Dead who figured that out. That's why I like listening to his stuff, his show. But since there was nothing announced, there's nothing to be delayed. And then Tom Henderson had to walk back or Tom Moore, whoever it was, had to walk the rumor back and clarify. And again, okay, he clarified. Fair enough. He clarified it. That's fine. All right. But at the end of the day, why did he report it in the first place? And why did people run with it? The problem is not that he said it, is that even though people didn't clarify anything, and they didn't, they went ahead and ran with it. And MBG and Merlin Gaming Nation ran with it like it was the absolute truth. And that's why I don't report rumors. So Marlin Gaming Nation should podcast tomorrow, and he should open up with an apology saying, I reported something that wasn't true. If he has any kind of character, period. If he has any kind of character, he will say, yeah, look, I got this wrong. I shouldn't have ran with this. MBG should literally come out and say the next time he podcasts, hey, look, I got this wrong. I reported a rumor and I shouldn't have reported a rumor. The rumor has been walked back. Okay, fine. Now you could say, well, Craig, you said Gears of War was coming to PlayStation. Yeah, and I also said if Satya Nadella, I also said what? That it doesn't matter what Phil Spencer says or Matt Shake Your Booty says or Bond Sarah Bond, one of the most beautiful black women on planet Earth. It doesn't matter what they say. If Phil Spencer goes to work and Satya Nadella, who's in charge, says, Phil, good morning. We need to go ahead and contact Sony. I'm going to have some people contact Sony about bringing Gears of War over to that console. Guess what? Phil Spencer can protest. He's in his right to protest, but it won't matter because Satya is making the decision. Phil Spencer don't have no power anymore. People don't understand that. He reports to Amy the Hood, and Satya the Dollar. They're in charge, not Phil Spencer. So if those guys, if Amy the Hood wants to get more money, she's just going to go to Satya and say, here's how much money we can have if we do this. So yes, it's a rumor, but I caveated everything and told you all why I was reporting that. Well, this is up to Satya the Dollar. When Phil Spencer and his group went on that ridiculous podcast and said, well, this is just 4 games or whatever, that ain't up to him. He's been stripped of his power. This is why I said the other day, Microsoft has absorbed Xbox. Xbox is no longer a single independent operating entity. And look, Sony is absorbing Bungie. Bungie is not going to be the independent thing that they were. It will be part of SIE. So, what's the lesson here? Don't report rumors. Don't report until the company says it, or at least somebody reliable says it. Like I said, the only person I would rely on, honestly, and I'm just being honest with you, is Hip Hop Gamer. Like, hey, look, the brother's been on point. The man is working with Denzel Washington, for crying out loud. I don't know if you all saw that video or not, but it is confirmed he is working with Denzel Washington and other entities because he's a stand-up guy. Denzel, who's won how many Academy Awards? Let's find out. Alexa, how many Academy Awards has Denzel Washington?
Denzel Washington has won 2 Oscars out of the 10 nominations he has received.
Okay. He's been nominated 10 times, won 20. They're not going to associate themselves with losers. That's not what people like that do. Denzel got to where he was through hard work and trusting the right people and being a stand-up guy himself. So that's who I go to. That's who I would believe. When you got people telling you that the console business is on the rocks, no. Microsoft's console business is on the rock. Nintendo and Sony are fine. Well, Sony, they came down umpteen percentage. Yes, it's summertime. That is expected. That's expected for them to, I mean, it is, right? I mean, that to me is normal. That is like a store in, I don't know, a store that sells winter goods. Their sales slow down in the spring and summer. Well, don't you expect that? You see what I'm saying? So it's just common sense stuff. So why do they do this? It's for clicks. It's for them to have something to talk about. Remember, Sony's not giving me no information so I can turn around and get you hyped up, said a YouTuber. You know, Sony needs to go ahead and give us information because it makes my job harder, said a YouTuber. So everything I'm saying, that's why I can't be accused of bashing somebody or going in, because everything I'm saying, they said themselves. And this is why I still listen to MBG, because I think overall he's a straight shooter, but I think he's above reporting rumors. But I thought the same thing about TCMF, that corny MFer. But guess what? He was like, well, I'm not going to stop reporting rumors, so you need to go somewhere else. I'm like, you know what, TC, you're right. That's exactly what I did. And it's unfortunate that you guys have to sit through this crap, and I was right again. So you can give me my flowers. I was right. I specifically said things would happen to separate the gamers from the fanboys, and this is just one more thing that does it. Because how can something be delayed that has not been announced yet? I mean, I'm serious. How is that possible? I can see if EA were to come out and say, well, Madden, which was slated for whatever, August 18th, whatever it is, it's going to be delayed till October 9th. That's a delay. That's a delay. But if EA were to come out and say, well, we had a window for this to come out, but we're going to push it. It's like, well, you didn't give us a solid date, so that's fine as well. You know, you have Rockstar Games come out and talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, it's still on track for this window. Okay. Now, does this mean it's going to come out? No, the game doesn't. Until the game goes gold, I think that's what you all keep telling me. Until the game goes gold, that's when you need to report on it. Yep, you're right about that. I agree. That's what I do. I'll say there's a window. Hey, there's a window for this to come out. So look for it then, because you should get some more announcements. You should get some more follow-up. And this is why I don't report on rumors. Because again, it's okay to say, hey, Rockstar Games said Grand Theft Auto 6 is slated to come out sometime in Q2. That's okay. Then when we get to Q2 is when we ought to start getting information. If they said that, or Q1, or whatever, Q3, and then you got to look and see when their quarters are. Because their quarters are different than Microsoft's quarters, and their quarters are different than Sony's quarters. So it is what it is. So as soon as the Pro, it gets announced, as soon as Sony comes out and says hardware announcement on this day at this time, I'll be the first one to say, yep, now we're going to finally see if these leaked specs were close, were right on, or we were way the hell off. And guess what? If we're way the hell off, I'll be the first one to come out and raise my hand and say, hey, guys, I got this wrong. My source was wrong. I'll be the first to do that for you guys because I want you all to know that I'm a stand-up guy. Doesn't mean I'm right all the time. I was right this time. I'm pretty much right all the time. But I'm a big man, and I can go ahead and admit that I was wrong. Like I said, if you the big dog with big nuts, you got us. That's who I am. Big dog, big nuts. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to let it ride. You all don't have to delete. Shout out to Mary Wilcox. You don't have to delete PC Hawk, anything, PCX. You don't have to delete him. He's more than welcome to be here. Just like you guys are. But again, I'll delete it if he gets out of hand and uses one of the words that I have, because when we set up our YouTube channels, we can put in words that you all aren't supposed to use. It just won't let you post. So at the end, of it, I have a poll up, a gaming poll. Should I stream EA College Football or Microsoft Flight Sim? Right now, EA College Football is way ahead, and I will stream it possibly so you can see somebody who actually understands how to play the game. My understanding is one of your favorite YouTubers played the game and got absolutely blown out by the AI because he don't know how to read defenses. Again, just trash. He doesn't play his games unless you pay him, unless you throw $100 on him. I will play. Now, when I play my games, I look very little at what's being said. So you're going to have to put something in all caps because when I'm locked in on a play, or whether it's a hockey play or baseball or whatever, I'm not going to be looking over. I'm looking at the defenses. And so I'm just letting you all know that now. Now, I like both games. I played one college football game. I'm using Louisville so I could build that program. They're already in the top 20. I didn't know that. And I've got it. They're solid. They're not great. I played at Wyoming, and it is something else. I'm trying to get the right views. There's a cinematic view, but I always want the view to be behind the offensive line when I'm coming up to snap the ball. But the game looks and plays fantastic. And remember, you had people telling you, well, it looks like a PS3 game because they were looking at a beta. Which pushes me to my next story. And you saw this. You saw what happened. Now you got guys saying Star Wars was downgraded. Weren't they just saying the game looked like crap a few months ago? Now it looks worse. Again, they're looking at a beta. It's not supposed to look the cleanest. It's not. You're just supposed to kind of see what your gameplay is going to be. But this is what I said before. If these guys scream for information, then they get it. Oh, it looks like trash. It don't look that good. It looks downgraded. Downgraded from what? You've never seen the final product, you shill. You see what I'm saying? These guys are that shit that gets stuck between your shoes. Not between the shoe, but those things, you know, the rubber on your shoe on the bottom. That's what these guys are. And I don't listen to them, but shout out to those guys. And I like Lono, but Lono knows this stuff. He knows this. So I was surprised when he ran with this. Like, dude, what are you talking about? It's a friggin' beta. It's not supposed to be the final product. It never is until you see it the day it launches. And then that's when you get the day 1 patches or day 6 patches or however many patches, you know? And that's why I'm like, well, you're just simply supposed to see what the game is supposed to be about, how the gameplay is going to happen. And all of a sudden, oh, well, look, again, like I said, they're going to say we need information. Then you're going to get some game, you know, we need information. They get a little bit of information. Then, oh, we need gameplay. They get the gameplay. Oh, the gameplay looks like trash. Did I not say that? This is what they're going to say. And then then the final game's going to come out and it's going to be like, oh, well, yeah, no, it looks way better than it did when they showed. Yeah. I mean, it's going to. These guys would complain about a car going down the powertrain line because it don't have doors on it. We ain't got no doors on it. No, it's going down the powertrain line, you shit. I mean, you gotta be kidding me with some of these guys. But these guys are, here's, and another thing they got in common is they get paid. They're paying their bills based on YouTube. They're paying their bills based on it. So again, everything is about the blue pill emotional reaction. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, this is not right. You know, stuff like that. What's going on, Felipe? Good to see you, brother. So your favorite YouTubers came out today and told you the PS5 Pro was going to be delayed, only for the author of that rumor to walk his own rumor back. That's how trash the rumor was. And this is why I don't report on rumors. Everybody like, well, how come you don't? That's why. Because you don't come. I don't want you to come here to listen to rumors and innuendo. I mean, sure, it's fun to talk about. I'm going to do my UFO conspiracy show. I'm going to convert this into a, let me see if I have enough space here. Because I was asked about a Thunder Thursday. So let me drop one of those out. And let me see. PS5 Pro rumor, and this is okay. I can take is out, and but there we go. There we go. PS5 Pro rumor. Do I have a space right here? Yes. Hold on. Yep, I have one more space. All right, cool. So it's that simple. It's stupid to just report on rumor and innuendo. And what they'll say to you, I guarantee you, they're gonna say, well, Sony won't give us no information. Sony's not talking to us. So when this stuff like this comes out, we're gonna talk about it. It's just like, nigga. I mean, seriously. And guess what? Either the people that reported the rumor are going to come out and say they were wrong about the rumor because they have integrity, or they won't. Because I don't know, and somebody can explain to me, how is something delayed when it ain't even been announced yet? You see what I'm saying? It's not even been announced yet, so how is it delayed? How did I know that these guys, as soon as Star Wars Outlaws was shown, and again, more is being shown, you get to see a little more gameplay, how that's going to work, the platforming, the climbing, the gunplay, the stealth. Okay, we're seeing that in the game. This is a good thing. Well, that doesn't look that good. It's a beta, you baby. It's a beta. It's not supposed to look great. You're supposed to be looking at the gameplay. Has anybody seen the beta? You know, it's just like the beta for Spider-Man. when Kofi and Erica Cuts for the Win told you it had been downgraded. Did they not? Didn't Erica Cuts for the Win and Erica Cuts for the Win and Kofi tell you, hey, look, this game that's been downgraded. You know, look at this, look at the puddles, look at this and this is that. Only for when the final version of the game came out for you to see the correction. Because I was like, well, wait a minute. He's got on a cloth suit. This is going back a few years. Like, he's got on a cloth suit and it looks shiny. And I remember being on Sick Humor's podcast and I said, the only suit that he has that shimmers at the time, I want to make this clear, was his Iron Spider outfit. Because that was made out of metals, you know, or polymers, whatever you want to call it. Same thing that Iron Man suit's made out of. His stuff's made out of. So, you know, his Iron Spider's made out of. So, and I think maybe coming up in the new Avengers movies, he'll get vibranium arms or adamantium arms. I think they'll go with adamantium. So that's just my opinion, though. That's nothing. This is me kind of theory crafting there for you. So again, why does Craig stay away from rumors? Well, because of stuff like this. Now, do I talk about stuff that's in the wind? A little bit, but I've tried over the years to really cut back on that because you all don't deserve that. You know, you all don't deserve it. So again, I really hope MBG and Marlon and all the other people that ran with it come out tomorrow and at least, or come out in the near future, let me put it like that. And they literally come out and they say, yeah, you know what? I was wrong about this. We got this wrong. You know, Tom Henderson came out, or Tom Warren, whoever it was, comes out. They could come out and say, yeah, look, he reported this, and so I reported it because I believe he's a reliable insider. But about this, I was wrong. That's all they got to come out and say. If they have integrity, they'll do it. If they don't have any integrity, they won't say nothing. They'll just let it go. Oh, well, it was a rumor. Oh, yeah, I'm watching Deadpool and Wolverine. I already got my tickets. Who you talking about? I got 4 tickets. We going 2 times. So Marlon say he don't know what to believe now. He can believe again. This is not about Marlon. This is about you all. I'm asking you all straight up. How is something delayed that's never been announced? I'm asking you all for clarification. Not Marlon. So, I mean, I'm not asking him. I'm asking you. How is something delayed that's not been announced yet? We know Christmas is on the 25th. But when you know, or, you know, so if they come out and they say, well, we're going to move Christmas to the 26th, then Christmas was delayed. Because we have a definitive date. We ain't got that with the Pro. We don't even have an announcement of a Pro. So we don't even have the first step. I mean, I can see if they were like, okay, you know, here, you know, we made the announcement at least, and now it's rumors that it won't come out till next year. That's at least something to nibble on. Be like, all right, fair enough. There's a chance that a new announced product is going to be delayed. What I would say. But Sony hasn't even come out and said they got a Pro. It's just people online with the chatter. Now, there are some reliable rumors. It can't be, Johnny Gaming's right, it can't be delayed because it ain't been announced yet. It's like the book Christina by Stephen King. How do you kill something that it can't possibly be alive? And again, we have a Deadpool release date. That's a good thing. Am I going to see Deadpool 3? Yeah, now that I have the release date, I knew exactly when to go get my tickets, and I got them. But until then, it was just like, coming this summer, okay? That's just the window. You know? So I'm asking you guys, because you guys watch different podcasters, and forget about that. You guys actually have a life. That's like a woman saying, well, my engagement is delayed, you know, or my wedding is delayed. Oh, when did you get engaged? I ain't got engaged yet. Okay, then how can you have a delayed wedding if you ain't even engaged yet? Does it make sense? I'm just saying, make it make sense. I don't know how This is, I don't know how that works. So is that some kind of millennial bullshit? This is why I say millennials are trash. Is this just something your generation does? This is not no Gen X stuff. This shit'll get you smacked. Mario Heat's right. Chocolate Thunder can't go up in your cheeks if there ain't no pretty men in jail. I mean, I don't disagree with that. What's up, Capono? If AMD comes out tonight, because they're on the other side of the world, right? And they say the AMD 8000 series is delayed. It's like, when did you all announce it? When did AMD announce this? If NVIDIA comes out and says that our 6000 series card has been delayed, okay, when did you announce you were making a 6000 series card? If production doesn't start by August, it's probably not coming out this year. Again, what are you talking about? If you say the PS5 Pro, the Pro's not been announced to come out. The Pro is not real. It's not tangible. We don't know if it's real. Can we at least get to a point in our lives, or can you all get to a point in your lives where you say, you know what? Something can't be delayed that's not even announced yet. How do you do that? We know the election is in, we know football season starts in a couple weeks. We know that. How do we know that? Because the NFL said the Hall of Fame game is on this Thursday night, whatever, the Thursday night that it happens. I think it's in like 3 weeks. So if that gets delayed, that's a delay. If they don't play because of weather or because whatever, the flu, they say, yeah, we're not going to play this game. That's a delay or a cancellation. You had a delayed wedding because I decided to delay my proposal. Well, I mean, that sounds like something that a millennial would say. Okay. But there's no guarantee that anything is coming out because we don't even know if the Pro is real. Again, I go back to these guys don't have nothing to talk about, so they just come out and report on rumors. It's not enough to say it's a rumor anymore. It's just like, look, I'm not going to report on this because we don't even have the announcement of the rumor yet. Like, we don't even know anything about it except rumors anyway. Sony's not come out and said definitive announcement, and there's people running with, and I understand opinion articles. Will Sony unveil the PS5 Pro at Tokyo Game Show? That is an opinion-based article, okay? If I write down the Star Wars Acolyte show is the best Star Wars show I've ever seen, that's an opinion. That's not a fact. It's just my opinion. I thought it was the best Star Wars show I had seen. I write an article about it. You feel free to disagree. That's one thing. But if I'm running around talking about, oh, well, yeah, the Mandalorian movie is going to be delayed out of 2026 and whenever it's supposed to come out, and I'm like, okay, the first thing you all to say is, well, did Disney announce that? Well, no. Well, Disney's a parent company of Star Wars. Did they announce it? No. Well, then guess what? It's not true until the company says it. When I talk about gaming and I talk about something coming out, I always wait for it to go gold. If not, I will say it's supposed to come out. Well, the company said it's going to come out in March. All right, but the game hasn't gone gold yet. So it's like, okay, the company is eyeballing a March release, but the game hasn't gone gold yet. So we have to wait for the game to go gold. That's exactly what the way the news should come to you all. But instead it's, well, it's been delayed. No, it wasn't. They said Stellar Blade was censored. No, it wasn't. It was not censored. Well, we couldn't get those outfits at launch. Yeah, because you were supposed to get them as the game progressed. That's the truth. Halo TV show was canceled by Paramount Plus. Are you serious? Are you sure about that? Where's that coming from? Oh, okay. You know what? It has been, 36. It's from Variety. I'll put this up on the screen. This is breaking. You're right. Well, this broke over a half hour ago, but yeah, we'll just put it up on the screen for you folks. Here. So this is a good way to. All right, that comes from Variety. So, and I can tell you what happened with this. Paramount is being sold, right? So somebody's buying Paramount. It's Skydance. So what has happened is Skydance is a parent company. The Skydance is a parent company, does not want to pay for this show anymore. That's what's happened. If this sticks, now this because doesn't mean it can't be picked up by another network, but the reason why they're canceling it, and I still think Sony's going to end up making this show. So, I mean, again, because Sony wants TV shows. But this is breaking news. And okay, now what happened? Paramount's being sold, and the company that comes in has to underwrite everything. It's like, yeah, we're not going to pay for this shit. That's what happens. Okay? It's canceled. Wow. Unbelievable. That show was had a nice cult following. So the big budget series, there's your problem. Big budget series. Based on the popular Xbox video game franchise, aired 2 seasons at the streaming service. The show originally debuted in 2022, while the second season aired between February and March 24. Again, I thought this show was fairly popular. So, Pablo Schreiber as Master Chief and the amazing crew for all their outstanding work. We wish, that's not coming back. We wish everyone the best going forward. Wow. We're extremely proud of this ambitious series, and would like to thank our partners at Xbox 343 Industries and Amblin TV. I think Amblin is run by Steven Spielberg. I think. Showrunner executive. So there's your showrunner, David Weiner. Okay. Wow. Hold on. No, it does say Halo will not move forward with a 3rd season on the service. Wow. Unbelievable. That just broke. That broke a half hour ago. But your company's being bought. There's going to be some things that ain't going to happen. So, and Paramount, it still has the Star Trek stuff. And aren't they ending Star Trek Discovery? That's ending too. That's ending too. So Netflix didn't go through with the Horizon Zero Dawn show. Yeah, shows get canceled all the time. It's unfortunate because this show at least had a fan base. You know, that's unfortunate, but when you're being bought out by another company, Paramount's being sold, and that new company coming in don't want to pick up the hot dog and run. They don't. That's not what they want. So not gonna do it. You know, not gonna be able to do it. That's what's happened. It's unfortunate. I'm glad that we got the Fallout show. I don't know if you watched the Fallout show. That show was fun to watch. Amazon could pick it up. Yeah, Amazon could pick it up. ABC, Hulu could pick it up. Peacock could pick it up. Yeah, there's no doubt because Peacock don't have no sci-fi shows. Neither does Hulu. Hulu's owned by Disney. That, to me, that's a way to go. You could get maybe 2 more seasons out of it, maybe. I think that would be cool, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they pick it up. So, yeah, Fallout TV shows got a shit ton of nominations. Yeah, it's a good show. They didn't get that on accident. That show is extreme. It is directed by Christopher Nolan's brother. I think he's a showrunner. So that show is good. That show's good. But this kind of got off on a tangent there. This kind of back to what we're talking about here tonight is the whole rumor mill, and this is why I really don't report on rumors, because they're rumors and they're, you guys are much more deserving than that. And in my opinion, now maybe you all don't deserve more for yourselves, and that's it. Jonathan Nolan. Oh, it is Jonathan Nolan. Okay. Disney ruined Star Wars, and that hurt. No, Disney hasn't. Disney, that's your opinion. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I love the fact that they're going into, again, Dave Filoni is in charge of Star Wars. So, and all, you know, that's the truth. And there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. Nothing. You know, they're bringing in stuff out of Legends, and you guys need to do the reading. That's all there is to it. You need to get yourself out of the Skywalker Solo part of Star Wars, and because it's a much bigger universe. It's much, much bigger than that. So it's not DEI or woke, and I don't, like I said, you guys don't even know what that means. Yeah, you all truly don't know what that means. So, but to me, it's funny. I want to make this clear. I enjoyed the Acolyte series, but again, it was based on dark side parentage, and maybe you all to go back and watch episode 3 when Palpatine told Anakin, the dark side of the Force is a path that leads to powers that some would consider unnatural. They paid that off, because what did he mean by that? Well, Darth Plagueis the Wise found out a way to create life through the midichlorians, and he learned how to manipulate them. Where did he get the information from? He's on that island where those witches were that manipulated the midichlorians and created life. But yes, I don't think it's DEI. I don't know where that comes from. You know, pretty sure there were plenty of men on that show. So at least when I watched it, it was on that show. So you can say it's DEI because it got a lot of white men on there, can't you? So well, Chocolate Thunder he's not like that dude Treetop. So he ain't like Treetop. Shout out to Mr. Williams with that story. Treetop was known for turning white dudes out in prison. Allegedly. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I had. Just understand I was right again. So now Star Wars Outlaws is getting it looks like trash treatment. It's not the same, and it shouldn't be the same because it's a beta. It's not going to look like the final product until the final product comes to your home or wherever you get it. It comes to your home, and now all of a sudden you get what the game is actually supposed to look like. No spoilers. I have watched the most recent, or the last episode is the season finale. That's the season finale. Now, is it the series finale? We don't know. Also, Ahsoka, the Ahsoka series has been picked up for a second season. It was greenlit. So green lighting means that something that's greenlit means it's been paid for. That means front to back, it's been paid for. You know what I'm saying? So front to back, it's been paid for. And so we're waiting to see if we get another Obi-Wan Kenobi story. We know we're getting an Andor story. We know we're getting that. Okay? But we're getting it. So, because it was 2 seasons, we know we're getting a Mandalorian movie. So hopefully, and we're getting another Star Wars movie by James Mangold that happens at the very beginning. So you consider the term DEI or, oh yeah. I just think it's silly at this point. So I think it's silly at this point. I mean, think about what Dr. King said. His dream was what? For men to be judged by the content of their character, not by their skin. So by default, I understand why we got affirmative action, but you got to also understand Black men did not benefit from affirmative action. It was Black women and white women. And what Black women did not anticipate was white men getting pissed off at white women, which they're pissed the hell off at white women right now. So how do you stick it to a group who says strong and independent and don't need no man? You take their jobs away from them because their job was a DEI hire. So now all of a sudden you're not going to get the job. That job's going to go to Tony or Michael or David or Ronnie, whatever, whoever. But you got to create your own industries. I've said that before. Hey, these women, women don't control any industries like around the world. Not even the makeup industry. That's run by men. So it is what it is. They got to create their own industries. They can run them. So also congratulate to the WNBA. I think they got a $2 billion media contract. So now the women who were saying we want more money, guess what? Collective bargaining happens, you'll get more money. So congratulations. But again, they had to do the work. Shout out to Caitlin Clark and the rest of that crew for bringing in eyeballs. That brings in investors because people are watching. That brings in commercial money, which brings in investors. Ice Cube did it with the big three. Shout out to Ice Cube. He did the same thing. He had to go out there, do the work, prove it. Now he struck that deal with Elon Musk. The big three is on. It's on Twitter and it's on Fox. You can watch either way. So again, that's great news. That's great news. Both those leagues, the people who have been in the WNBA losing money, now going to get their money back. That's a good thing. Now they'll be in the black, and being in the black meaning that they'll make a profit. So now the NBA, the men can stop supplementing the WNBA. That's what's going to happen there. So you can expect the men at the next collective bargaining agreement to pull their money back and say, well, you know what? Instead of us supplementing their league, and they'll just use it as a tax write-off, they'll just simply vote, well, we're not going to make you guys supplement the league. If you want to, you still can. It's a tax write-off. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm not justifying incel culture. I don't do it. Yeah. So, it is what it is. That Concord is being boycotted because it's too woke. Again, it's an always online game, so I don't know how it's woke. But it's funny. Like I said, the movie Alien came out in the 70s, and they're still making Alien movies. That movie wouldn't have been made now because Ripley's character would be considered woke. And they don't care that the male actor that they wanted came down with pneumonia. They're to hell with that and was going to delay production for close to 3 weeks to a month. Yeah, you try to shut down a movie production. Yeah, right. The only guy that's been able to do that effectively is Tom Cruise when Paramount, surprise, surprise, wanted to put Top Gun Maverick on its streaming service, and Tom Cruise went to war with Paramount and won. And Top Gun came out and made $1 billion. So they say the characters are too sweet. And I don't understand that. Like, just because you talk to Sweet Baby doesn't mean you're gonna do anything. They're a consulting firm. You bring them in, let them consult, and it doesn't mean you do what they say. The reason why the characters look the way they do is because that's what the developers want them to look like. And instead of people just leaving it at that, they're saying, well, the developers are being forced to do it. Well, where's your evidence? See what I'm saying? Where's your evidence? You're making these accusations. Where's your evidence? The characters are ugly. Based on what? Then you do something different. Oh, but you can't animate a stick man, so shut the hell up. But anyway, that's what I have for you guys tonight. I just wanted to keep it real short. You can expect I'll stream something. I don't know if I'll do it tonight or I'll do it Saturday morning. Let's look at more and more like Saturday morning for me. So look for my stream Saturday morning. I'll post it in the community tab. It's going to more than likely, looks like you all want the college football game, correct? That's what we're going to shut the poll down. We got 46 votes, so I'll leave it up here for another minute or two, and we'll go from there. And yeah, the DEI guy. Yeah, I know. My podcast is DEI. I don't know. So these incels need attractive women characters in video games because they're afraid to talk to attractive women in real life. Okay, if that's the truth, then they need to design. They need to design. They need to design their own characters. Just like the people criticizing Star Wars, write your own story. Me and two of my friends are writing our own story. So that's what we're doing. You don't like something, go make it better. But these guys don't want to do that. So don't tell me something's bad when you can actually submit your own stories. That makes no sense to me. 30 frames full D. Yeah, there you go. So, all right, let's go ahead and shut this down. If you haven't voted, oh no, my bit stream is lower than recommended. Okay. Use a bit stream of 13,500. Oh, okay. So I have to go in and change that. But all right, guys, let me shut down the poll so you all can see it. And there it is. So 82% want the college football game stream. Okay, fair enough. All right, guys, I'm going to jump on off here and change my bit rate. So I will talk to you guys later. You all have a good Thursday evening. And remember, the force will be with you always. Deuces.